Welcome to our Posh podcast. I'm Gabrielle, and I'm here with my co-host Marcella.
Hello.
Cruz.
Hello.
It's becoming normal now.
Yeah.
And Miss Polly.
Hello.
And Spider.
Hello.
All you need is a little tequila. My
I
goodness.
want some background music when you say my name.
I know, right?
I want that. Wah.
And our special guest today, Miss Alex Tiny B.
Hi. You can make
Actually, wait.
And she is tiny.
She's tiny.
Literally.
Alex Tiny B was and is forever part of our family
Yeah.
because she was our hip hop director at our dance studio when we had Prestige Dance and Performing Arts Center.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember her coming in for an interview, and I remember her just being so sweet and so spunky. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And I mean, her talent is just incredible.
Yes.
And I hired her like right away, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even
because
think y'all were done building.
No, so we were still building the studio, and we had the kids come, and like really, nothing was there. They just did hip hop with Alex, and we were like, sold. You're gonna work for us.
I remember.
Yeah.
There was nothing in the room. It was
Nothing. No mirrors. No nothing.
No floor.
How long ago was this?
2000. When did we open the studio? Oh my gosh.
I mean, we haven't had it in 5 years.
I was still in college, I think.
Yeah.
So I was like 21.
I think it was 2014, something like
13,
that.
14, well, because I came on in the end of 2014, so
Way before
was before that.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe 2012
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, something.
is when we opened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dun, dun,
Wow.
dun.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was one of the most amazing built out studios ever. Like choreographers that we would fly in from all over the country would walk in the big studio and go, oh my God.
It was like Cruz's salon, but
yeah, it was like that for dance.
Dance.
But dance.
It's still one of my
wanna
favorite
dance.
layouts. I feel
Layouts,
like,
yeah.
like dance studio wise.
Yeah, we talk about
Nothing
it
ever
often.
compares to that.
No, and that's why we're not open.
That's a lot of work.
Actually,
I'm just kidding. It was,
it
more
was
than
not
that.
because of that.
I'm kidding.
But since you are here, and I think we don't talk about dance that much anymore because we have actually, I feel like, healed in great ways, and we are really over it.
Moved
it was
on.
very, very, very difficult for a while, but now we're moved on, and we have said that everybody or anyone that was ever part of our studio in any which way, doesn't matter if it was students, teachers, choreographers, office staff, parents, kids, they're always and forever part of our family, and there is only good memories, and we only hold the special memories at heart, And there is my phone, which I only turned on to make sure that I could hear Alex. So, owning a dance studio is extremely difficult, and you have to make such tough decisions, and it's sometimes, I don't know, my memories of it, there's many special memories, but it is extremely hard. And I just love seeing her right now. It makes my heart happy because she was like, I always felt like a protective mom over Alex. And I was always so proud of your progress. And I've loved watching what you have done now. So it's really cool where you have gone. And I thought we we're going to divide this show into 2 parts because we need to talk with Alex all about dance and singing because she is musician, artist, and an incredible
Triple
dancer.
threat.
Yes. And then the second show, I want to do all about this incredible undertaking that she has started in the Texas Lone Star Dancers and her love life.
Genius idea.
Yeah. Right?
Really.
Yeah.
So let's start with, tell us a little bit about your background, your upbringing. Don't make that too long because you have so much going on
it's
today,
just-
but
Tell
just
us how you got here.
how you got here and what you're up to and what you're doing.
So I'm from Odessa, small town, 5 hours away, West Texas. I moved here in 2009. I went to TWU. I just studied dance and business marketing, and then I ended up at Powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Dallas
then,
Powerhouse.
Yeah. And then I started working for you guys. So,
Yeah.
I mean, because you guys were like at the beginning of my timeline in Dallas. So
it is way back.
Yeah, it's way back.
Yeah.
I was in school because I'm 29 now.
I remember when you were in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would leave class and like
Yeah.
go. Yeah. So, I just got here by wanting to study dance and I didn't want to be in Odessa. And I could have gone to tech, but I was like, if I'm going to move, I'm not going to go 2 hours away. I'm going to go at least,
You wanted to go.
I wanted to go at least 5 hours away. And so I ended up here and I love Dallas. So it's close enough to my family because I'm a big family girl, but it still gives me that like city vibe where I don't have to move to like LA or,
Right.
So that's how I ended up here. And what was your other question?
Well, how did you even start dancing?
Yeah.
I started dancing with this guy named Welton back home. He owned Shout Cheerleading, so it was a cheer studio. And so I started with him when I was 3.
Were you cheering? Oh, when you were 3.
3,
Wow.
yeah. And he only had like 7 students, and he had just graduated from tech. So he was like 25 when I met him. Mm-hmm. And he still has his place. So every time I go home, I teach there too.
How many people does he have now?
Now he has at least 60, 70. Every year it changes. He doesn't have like a competitive team anymore. So it's just kind of like rec classes.
Recreational.
Yeah. So I started with him and obviously Selena.
Well, Selena, she is like a super fan of Selena's.
When did that start?
Yeah.
Because if you go
Selena.
Selena.
Selena
Yeah.
Quintanilla?
Yes.
Ah.
So that, I don't even
girl.
really know how that, I just know that we went to her concert. I was too little to even remember. I just know because we have photos. And then I seen the video of her singing a song on the baseball field in Midland, which is the one we went to. And I guess that progressed into, when she passed away, like a month or a year, like a year, my grandma would make me the outfits and I would perform her music at like 4
little.
or 5.
How old? But she was
yeah,
little.
these videos are on YouTube. You can look at them.
Yeah. We're gonna put some in that.
Yeah. So I was just obsessed, and she would go home and do like quinceañeras in Odessa. She would perform at the car show.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
wow.
So
started.
Yeah. So I just was obsessed with her, and I wanted to dance and sing, and I wanted, so my mom put me in dance class, and it's Odessa. So at the time in the 90s, there wasn't dance studios there.
Right.
So she put me in Shout, and boom, here I am.
Yeah.
So when you moved here, I mean, that had to be difficult. No family.
Yeah. No family. Just me. I'm the only girl too. So my brothers are all back home. I was scared, but I've always wanted to leave Odessa. So the first year was very like emotional because I would just cry and get homesick, and I just want to go back home. But I just kind of pushed through it, and I obviously joined teaching at dance studios because it was like a family away from home. So that was what kept me like, like, oh, okay, I can do this.
Well, and I have to say, like, Alex's hip hop style is not like normal. Like, it's not just like your average hip hop dancer. Like, you have to see videos of Alex, which we should like add. And I tried to do it yesterday, just like a little bit. But you've been on like World of Dance.
That's what,
yeah. And so
J-Lo?
it's not that one.
Before she bought it out.
Yeah. It was like a hip hop competition. And so it's like she's attacking. I mean, you can't help but like your choreography is like that, your energy is like that. So where did that come from?
She took a group of our kids and took them to
Hip Hop Fest.
Yeah.
They won everything. They were little. It was insane.
Yeah.
They
were on Good Morning America with Alex's Good Morning Texas America. Good Morning Texas.
Well, Texas is America.
Or whatever. Good Morning Texas. With whatever. She choreographed. Like, she is just not your average hip hop dancer or choreographer. I just have to preface that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And
there is a difference.
There is a difference.
The year before we closed the studio, we were talking about doing a Selena hip-hop production, and we were going to remake her costume, that famous red costume.
Yeah,
we were going to do all of it, and it never turned out to happen. Sometimes that makes me sad. I wanted to see that because that would have been incredible.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like, where did you get that from? Like, that passion for that or that energy? Because you're not always just taught that.
Yeah, I don't know. I get asked that a lot too, and it's weird because a lot of girls from Odessa are the same. And so people always say, like, what's in the water out there? Because, like, all the little Hispanic girls just have that natural ability to sing or dance.
Sulfur.
So it's like
The oil.
it's the oil.
It's the
It's the oil
sulfur in the
fumes.
oil field. Yeah.
I mean,
I
don't know. It's just kind of always been there. And
Yeah.
I have
Just natural.
rarely met someone like you, though. This girl does not give up. Like, she is, I mean, fighter. No matter what you throw,
Tenacious.
no matter what you throw at her, she is gonna keep going because she's gonna make it.
yeah.
We have said that for years about you.
Yeah.
So the singing started when?
So the singing started when I was little, doing the Selena stuff, but I didn't really take it seriously until 2015.
Yeah.
Which is why I have like when I was 23.
Okay.
And I started it with Selena's nephew, Selena Quintanilla. And he produced one of my records. And so I went to Corpus, and then it dawned on me that I started my music career when Selena's ended.
Wow.
So that's why I have 23 tattooed on me.
Because she was 23 when she died. God, that's so young.
And so I've always done music.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it, but I didn't take that route of like, okay, let me record a record and see what it sounds like until I was 23. So that's still kind of new.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
of
like
course.
No,
Because
for
people have
sure.
been doing music since, forever. And
Yeah.
I just put out my first song in 2015. So it's just weird.
What's
Yeah.
that? Which one was that?
Way Up.
That's right.
Yeah. And you had
All the
a
way up.
Which came out before that song came out, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. And
did.
you had a party at, where was it? Because I
Oh,
came
you came.
there.
You're
Yeah.
in my pictures. It was when it was Sin nightclub.
Okay.
It was my single release party.
That's right.
Sin. Where was that?
It was right on Main Street in downtown. It was that tall building.
That's
They
right.
turned it into
yes.
apartments or something now.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
It's fun.
So where is your singing career right now?
Yeah,
right now,
update us.
Right now, it's doing well. I mean, since then I like full circle, like we talked about. I mean, I've opened up for A.B. Quintanilla plenty of times.
No way.
We literally we talk. I mean, he called me about a month ago and asked me to help a band out here called Boys of Cumbia. So, I mean, I keep in contact with her family. So, I think
This is also
This
a
is
thing
like-
of manifestation
Yeah.
that you always did
it's
back
literally
then.
manifestation.
Because when you talk about a Selena person, I mean, you're just all about, like, all
It's like
consuming.
Chris Sapphire is like that too.
Yeah. And him and I have that connection
Yeah.
of her too. So, but it's like weird now because I know, her family, meaning like her brother and her nephew, like on a working level. So it's different. And a lot of people have negative things to say about, the brother and the family. But to me, I know them personally and I don't think negative of them.
What's negative about them?
They just think they're rude, and the more I got to know the brother and understand where he's coming from, I'm like, that makes sense. It's like you have your own thing going, you have your own band, and it's like when people are constantly tagging you in Selena stuff, it's kind of like,
they want
okay.
their own identity.
yeah, he's
Mhm.
like, that's my sister, I love her, but and so I had to learn that as well because I didn't want to come off as like a fangirl,
Right.
especially when I opened for him, and I think that's why he respects me, and that's why he, can use me for things like, hey,
Right.
can you find dancers for this
Right.
band out there, or
Right.
I got asked to open for them, and so that's like full circle. And sometimes it hits me, and it really hit me one night when my friend who sings with the Cumbia Kings, he's from Grand Prairie, and he called me and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing. I'm just chilling." He's like, "Well, we're gonna come over," and he's like, "Me and some of the guys from the band," and I was like, "Okay." So he's like, "Have some drinks ready," and I had ironically had some friends over, so whatever. I set it up, and we're walking in, and AB walks into my house. So
And you
I'm-
hadn't met him yet.
I met him like at the show, but it wasn't like on that personal level.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's Selena's brother, sitting
Chilling at your crib.
chilling in my crib, and we have like a dance contest, and I have these videos, and I've never posted them, but I'll show you guys, and I
Yeah.
show like personal
Yeah.
people, because I'm not gonna put him out like that. But like we were dancing, I have videos of AB dancing. I mean, we were all having a good time, and he asked me to dance to Janet Jackson, and he was just like complimenting me and how much like my style reminded him of like the 90s, and he's like, nobody dances like that anymore.
No, it's so true. It's
And so it was just, it was like that night is when I was like, okay, like
I got something.
I'm really
Yeah.
here. Like
Yeah.
I'm here now. Like I'm almost where I want to be. Like
Right.
you know. And so, and because of who he is and how he perceives himself and doesn't want to be like Selena this, Selena that, I don't really like post any of that stuff. But there's so many moments that I've had with members of her family now that it's just weird to me. And that keeps me going too. So that whole singing thing was like unintentional, but intentional.
But you were working with playing skills too, right?
Yes.
And that's that still. Are they still around?
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
they're
huge
big
right
time
now.
They are?
Oh, they
Big
are.
time.
They're big time.
They're like Emmys now,
They're
right?
Grammys and they're
Or Grammy. I mean,
didn't
know.
Grammys.
Oh,
Emmys
wow.
for
I
TV.
remember
Yeah.
this.
my
Yeah, they
last.
got Grammys.
Yeah, so I met them through Louis,
Yeah.
Right.
I remember
Louis
him.
the singer.
and I got to work with them. And my last project with playing skills was the Daddy Yankee video that they took me to go choreograph in Florida.
I remember when you went there. And then didn't
Mhm.
you just record a song with Louis,
Yes.
the singer? Yeah, I
Mhm.
thought I saw that.
We're still friends. I mean, we're all still friends.
Yeah.
Everybody has their ups and downs.
Of
But
course.
of course.
Yeah, so it's just, we were all so young. I think I started working with playing skills when I was like, and this is before I started doing music. So I was working with them as like a dancer
Right.
when I was still at like Prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had some of my dance kids in that one music video.
Oh, yeah.
For playing skills,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
With like Bun B or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like a big old, I don't know. We're just all older now and everyone's doing their own thing, but we're all still friends. Like if Play hits me up, like, hey, I'm in town because they live in Miami now. Like if he's in Dallas and he wants to go out, I'm always down to go out, you know. But everybody has like, we all had our ups and downs in that whole group.
Yeah.
You know, but everyone's friends now and
That's good.
Yeah.
doing good things. So
Good.
So, tell me what has ever been your worst dance mom drama?
Oh my god.
We gotta have it. I mean,
So many stories to
yeah,
tell.
that's
Which one?
I know. The one that sticks to me the most is, and it wasn't at y'all's studio. It was at another one. And
They all have them.
Yeah.
so-
yeah, it
they're
was-
everywhere.
They're everywhere. There was one incident where I told this little girl not to bring Coke into the studio and
The studio room.
the studio room.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, in a cup of ice.
Yeah, not cocaine.
Not cocaine. but the
That
Coca-Cola.
But no, I told her not to bring it. I said just water, and she just didn't listen. I was like, okay, you're gonna spill it, or someone's gonna kick it over, and she just didn't listen. So what happened? The Coke spilled, and so I told her, you need to go get napkins and clean it up yourself. Well, 2 seconds later, Mom comes storming in, yelling at me 2 inches from my face, slams the studio door from like behind me. She goes like, "Whoa." And she's like, why are you belittling my daughter, making her clean up a mess? She is not a maid or your servant. And I was like,
Your servant.
first of all, get out of my face.
Yeah.
I was like red because I was ready. I mean, I go into like fight mode,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and I got heated even like watching them attack you on the show.
Oh, Dancing Queen.
I was like, I wanted to just, my Twitter fingers just wanted to go off on that moment.
We all
but-
did. We all did.
So,
We all
Twitter
did.
fingers.
so I was just like, ugh. But she was just like in my face, and I literally was like, get her before I say something really rude. And it was just really bad, and it was like yelling, and I was just trying to explain to her that I'm not belittling your daughter, I'm teaching her discipline,
Yes.
and I'm teaching her a lesson.
Yeah. Respect.
And the mom was
also.
like, basically saying like, well, you know, you work for me, and so you need to clean up that mess.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, I told your daughter not to bring Coke in here, and she did, so I'm making her clean it up.
yeah.
And it was just a big ordeal, and I don't even think they came back after that. I think they quit, and then
probably
the owners
better.
were mad at me. You know, it's one of those incidents where I was
Yeah.
like, okay, there's no winning here, so
No.
everyone's mad.
yeah.
As usual.
So that was that. And I think this mom had emailed and was like, and this might give you a hint, but she was like, there's no integrity there with your staff. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Make your daughter learn how to clean up
Yeah,
after
right.
herself. It's not
Well,
hard.
also, the floors in dance studios are expensive,
Yeah.
and they cannot get sticky. And there's like the no soda and all that for a reason.
Yeah.
Because we have special floor.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering.
Yeah.
But it's like, it could have been
Marley's
worse.
not
and-
cheap.
I know. Yeah. Like, I could have literally took the drink out of her hand and been like, no, it says no Cokes.
You would
know?
have gotten in trouble.
I would have got in trouble
Either
either
way.
way. So I was like, okay, bring it in. Sure enough, it wasn't even 20 minutes into warm up and somebody came and knocked it over.
Oh my gosh.
So, but there's more than, I mean, there's been thousands of those incidents,
Yeah.
I can say. But that one
of
just
many.
sticks to me because
Yeah.
of the way she slammed the door. Like, I could feel it on my back, and she reached over me to grab the handle and like close it so the people in the room wouldn't hear.
And
And I was
screamed in
just-
your face.
And screamed like right in my face.
I had that happen once.
It's horrible.
I laughed the whole time and she was very mad. But that's what I do when I'm uncomfortable.
No, that's, like anytime you laugh at someone that's really angry, it just pisses them
I
off.
know. I
more.
couldn't help it because she was jumping up and down like a 2-year-old and she was in my face, like clapping and
Yeah.
screaming. And I was just laughing the whole time. Very
I
I
was
laugh
like-
when they hit me.
What?
What?
Who hits you?
Who hits you?
It's consensual impact play.
Oh.
I
I was like, what dance mom hit you?
I laugh when I'm in pain. So that's kind of one of those things. It's like
yes,
this autonomic
totally the
response.
same.
Fuzzy
really is.
pickles.
You yell at
Fuzzy
me, I'm going to
pickles.
laugh
What
at
is
you.
that your safe word?
That's the safe word.
Fuzzy pickles.
Is that really your safe word?
Pineapple.
Blueberry pancakes.
Oh my god, you guys all have food? Safe words?
Sorry.
Oh my God.
My apology.
And what are fuzzy pickles?
There's a safe word.
Yeah, you don't want it to be something you just accidentally say.
Because, yeah.
Stop doesn't work.
Stop. Yeah, stop is probably a good thing, right?
Like, don't stop. Don't stop.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That derailed. I didn't mean to do that.
Sure.
I did it.
Oh, right.
I was commiserating with the laughing when you're in pain and or when somebody's yelling at you, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Well, what was your favorite like
Dance
dance
moment.
moment ever, or a part like where you feel like you really were
Oh,
proud
one of
it?
them.
Yeah.
I mean, there are probably many.
yeah, a good memory.
There is a lot of them. Honestly, I think it was winning Hip Hop Fest. I felt like I had a lot to prove at that time because I was new coming into the Dallas dance scene, and then I had all these little white girls.
Yeah.
So it was like I wanted the world to see like I can teach like girls,
Anybody.
like anybody, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. And for them to beat those people who were competing at the time, it was like a really proud moment. I think it was at that moment I was like, okay,
I'm here.
this could be good. I could
Mhm.
like really be a
Yeah,
good hip hop teacher, you know, and because that was new too. It was their first year having the competition, and
Yeah.
and the girls that I had, I mean, they're all very good,
mm-hmm.
but they were all kind of new to hip hop, or at least to like my style.
Yes.
So that was probably one of my favorite moments because it was kind of the start for everything.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
Belle was there too.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
She
Yeah.
was amazing.
hmm
You are thinking about opening a dance studio.
hmm
Tell us about that.
You should drink that first before.
So
Take a shot.
I'm like sipping on it.
Here you go.
So, everybody on my end knows that it's happening. As far as my business partner, they don't know yet, but I'm going to. It just makes sense on my end because I have so many teams now. And
Teams like in different places.
teams, as in I have to like rent space to rehearse my Lone Stars, my Fly Girls, my Work in
Oh.
Progress kids, etc. So it just makes more sense. And I'm not going to start big. It's just going to be like a 2-studio room,
Perfect.
something to keep me safe,
Mm-hmm.
nothing high priced, just to have,
Yeah.
because I'm spending all that money renting space.
Right.
So it's
Well, and all
just-
these things have grown so much and
Mhm.
they are established.
Yeah.
So that's actually a smart decision.
Mhm.
And
and I don't know if I'll go straight into like studio competitions. I think I kind of want mine to be based more like commercial work.
You should keep it that
and
way.
teaching kids how to do industry work, you know,
Mhm.
like working for like Playing Skills,
That's where the
Daddy
money
Yankee,
is, so-
and Kids Bop, like things
Yeah.
like that. Versus,
Also, there's not a lot of that.
No.
You have a hard time because you have studios that are just teaching for competition, but
Mhm.
competition is not work.
yeah,
Do you win money in competition?
Yes.
you
Or
do, but I
you
don't get any of it.
compensation?
Yeah. You can, yeah.
The studio owners
studio
Yeah.
owners.
Yeah.
for a group.
Yeah.
And then if you have solo artists, the soloist gets
Do they
the
break
money.
it off a piece, or you just like thank you and
It depends on the owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
What's-
did.
what's
They did.
like-
I
They
would
did.
give, if they won, it was their incentive to
Yeah.
me because it made sense to me that
like
if
bonuses.
Mhm.
I give them that money, they'll work harder
Yeah.
Right.
instead of
Because
me
if you have an
keeping it.
award-winning studio, the more kids you have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we felt like that was the choreographers. I just felt like that was fair. I feel like everybody will work harder if they feel like rewarded.
Yeah, it trickles down.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But not a lot of studio
No,
No.
owners do that. They'll
I
just
will say
take
that.
it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
But it is expensive to run the studio, so
Yeah.
that
Very.
really helps
Yeah.
cover a lot
Yeah.
of the costs. too.
Yeah. So either way, it makes sense on both ends. It just depends. I guess as the choreographer who doesn't see what it takes to run a studio, you feel kind of like,
Mhm.
Is it like a pretty big amount, or it just depends on the competition?
Depends.
Yeah, it depends on
Depends
the
on the
competition.
competition, and I mean it can add up because there's so many different categories and so many
Yeah.
different like levels. So if you have someone like these two are incredible choreographers, there's a
Mhm.
huge difference in levels of choreographers. Very rarely do you have really high end that take their job that serious. A lot of them just get by. When you have those high level ones and then they have different numbers in different categories and then they win overall awards and they can go to nationals, the money can add up
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Is it like
I mean,
thousands?
yeah, some of
Yeah.
them, yeah, for like large groups productions that pays like
Yeah.
like 500
Yeah.
for first, or they'll give you a big check or
Yeah.
whatever it might be. And then when you go to nationals, the check gets bigger.
Yeah.
And so you want to
Mhm.
win that. It's like the goal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I just feel then, the direction that you would take it would be way more
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, like I was saying, like I don't really want to do like those competitions. I
Yeah.
would rather spend money on
Performances.
performances, getting kids headshots done, teaching them how to
market
react and act
themselves
and market themselves, like
Market themselves
auditions and things like
for
that.
work.
You know, doing
It's
drop-in
very important.
classes and even like prep classes.
It's kind of like a school. I feel.
I mean, I would rather do that than compete at these competitions where I'm at this point now where I'm just kind of like,
Just stress the fuck out.
it's not stress. It's just I feel like everyone
it.
gets something, and it's like to
Yeah,
me,
it's
and
changed.
parents don't agree with me when it comes to that. I've kind of bumped heads with some because I'm not there to win because I tell the kids like every studio is gonna get something.
Mhm.
It's platinum, double platinum, silver, titanium. I want to go somewhere where it's like first, second, third,
And then a thanks for trying.
and a
ribbon.
thanks for trying. So if we, get a
have
thanks for
said
trying,
someone should bring back a competition.
we got to work
like that.
harder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they don't do that anymore. Now it's like everybody gets something, and your kids don't learn from that, in my
No.
opinion.
They don't.
So
The thing is, as in the entertainment industry, no matter what it is, you have to be, and I've said this a million times on the show, you have got to get comfortable with being told no and
Mhm.
losing.
yeah,
And the problem is we don't teach that to children, and it's not just dance. This is like an
Anywhere.
all-around
Everything.
thing.
yeah,
Everybody is getting a trophy. Mom and dad are saving kids from everything, and
Mhm.
it is not a good lesson. And in the professional working environment, especially entertainment, it is a mean place. Like, and you have to be okay with
yeah.
being told no, or you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're this, you're that,
You're too white.
you're
You're
too-
dark,
yeah,
your
whatever
hair
it
is
might
not
be.
right. I
Yeah.
mean,
you have to
Ethnicity
have
is
that.
in, ethnicity is not in. It just,
Mhm.
yeah,
Well, and it's
it's
just
a tough world.
well, and you have to dance a certain way, and Dallas, Texas doesn't really market that, and it was the hardest for me to have good hip hop dancers because that's what it is. If you want to dance for Beyonce, you're going to have to learn how to move like a woman, and it's
Yeah.
so hard in the Bible Belt to get people
Yeah.
to understand
Ooh,
that we're
yeah.
not teaching sexy dancing to kids. We're trying to teach them how to work.
How to book a job.
Yeah, that's
How to
all we
work.
were trying to do.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's much needed. I think it's a great idea for you to do that because LA has it everywhere.
Yeah.
But Dallas, Texas, it does not. I mean, it's very hard. I don't even know where you would dance as an adult here. It's like, where do you go? I don't know.
Where do you think of opening it?
I'm thinking Mansfield because it's by Arlington. Arlington has like 100 million studios,
Does
Yours
it
is-
really?
Yours
Yeah.
is different though.
but it's gonna be different. And then on top of that, with having the pro teams, which is funny because that's why I asked you, send me that video.
Yeah, I have to send that
Because
to you. Sorry.
I feel like because people think I've never been on a pro team, they think that I don't know what I'm doing, but it's like, I still know what I'm doing. And I get girls that come in that want to try out for like Mavs or, now my team, Lone Stars or TCU Showgirls, whatever it is. And some of them they're just so boring to watch. And so it's like, we have to do prep classes because we have to teach girls how to dance with hair. Like,
yeah.
how to
That's
whip
a
your hair
whole
and get it out of your
choreography,
face.
so-
Like,
Choreography.
things like that. So, all those classes are offered all the way over here, Frisco, Plano, all those. And so they didn't have any of that
over there.
over there on the other end. So, that's something else that I plan on offering throughout the year.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Probably real estate's way less expensive too.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. And the Mansfield area they only have like 2 studios, and those are competition studios, and they're Bible Belt, and they're actually Christian studios. So there's been a lot of people that want what we plan on offering in that area, because then there's like Weatherford, and then it keeps going further. So, and then Arlington has a bunch of studios, and I don't, even though I'm working there, I don't want to dip into that because,
Just want to start your own.
yeah. Just
When do you think you're gonna take this on?
August.
Oh, so you got
Soon.
that's very
You
soon.
already got the plans in the
Woo!
works.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
we're moving.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good
Yeah.
for you.
We'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully it's successful, but
You're going to do great.
but if not, it's just the fact that I just want to see what happens. I know I have music, I have Lone Stars, I have everything else to fall back on if it doesn't. So I just want to give more, and all the work that I put in the past 12 years that I've been in Dallas, it's been for other people and their studios,
Right.
and
yeah,
I'm thankful for it because it helped me.
You learned a lot.
But also, it's like I'm at this age now where I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be stressed, I want to be stressed about my own place, not
Yeah.
someone else's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now.
I think it's great.
I think it's great. You're doing all the right things. You're starting small. You got a lot of experience. You've seen a lot of, I'm sure,
The
studios
good, the bad.
do it right and
Yeah.
do it wrong, and
Mhm.
you can just take all that.
Yeah,
Do you have a name?
I do.
You don't want to say
You
it
wanna
yet.
say it yet?
I'll give you the hashtag is hashtag M8.
Oh.
So me and my partner came up with this name.
Uh-huh.
She had it, and then ironically, my favorite number is 8.
Oh.
So when she said it to me, I didn't even have to think twice. I was like, okay, yeah. She's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, it has a number 8 in it. And
I'm good.
you want to do red and black? Those are my colors.
Red and black.
Perfect.
Like, we're on the same page. I love her to death, and I'm not gonna out her yet because she's still waiting to tell her directors and
Yeah.
stuff. But I think it's pretty
Well,
obvious
you'll
at
come
this
back
point.
when you open it.
Yeah, we will. We will.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting. It's like we talked today. Cruz came on the show as a guest, and he was talking about opening his own hair salon, and now he has
Haven't-
a hair salon.
I need to come.
I got you, girl.
I'm
I
literally
got
letting
you.
my black fade because I want to do something different. I've had black hair my whole life.
Well, there you go.
So-
Cruz.
Here
We'll
I
be there
am.
for you. Yeah.
So
There you go.
I can, yeah.
Tell us anything else that you want everyone to know about your dance and music career, so we make sure you get to say all of
Yeah.
it, so you have your own little commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have auditions for the M8 company already to do summer classes. So that's going to be June
Oh,
6th. So
wow.
we're going to do
That's
summer
soon.
classes
Okay.
and kind of transition.
So can we rewind just a little bit? Do you have your space already?
So we do have the space, but we're not going to be there yet because
Ah, okay.
construction. But we have found this amazing, because of course, any studio owner that knows that someone's opening a studio, they're not, I'm going to be honest, I would do the same. Like, no, I'm not going to let you do that if you're just going to go do your own thing. But there is this nice lady who owns a studio in Arlington. It's really small, but it's just what we need. And she basically opened as I'm bored during COVID, me and my granddaughter.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so they just have it for fun. They're really sweet. And so she was like, it's all yours. They gave me a key.
Should try to buy them out or something.
I would if location was better. I don't like the location. But so we have auditions June 6th, and we're just going to start, going ahead and having a company of kids, start training. And then once we open, we'll just transition them, and we'll thank the lady and give her, a percentage of what we made over the summer, and
everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Yeah.
And
What it's about.
no drama
I mean, that's what
because
it's
she's
about.
like,
She already knows.
She knows how it
it's
is.
not a secret.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you can't do that with other studios around
No.
there.
Nope.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's that.
Do you
And-
have kids who know about this or people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had to tell the studio that I was working for, like, I'm not soliciting your kids. I'm not gonna pull them aside and be like, you should join my studio. I'm not gonna do that. But it's hard because
They want to go with you.
they want to go. I have social media.
Yeah, right.
I have teams that girls see, everywhere. So it's
Everybody
like,
wants to be a winner.
I don't have to
Yeah,
say anything. I
true.
can just post about it.
Mhm.
And that's a decision that they would make with their mother at that point. And like,
Yeah.
I don't have my hands in that. I can't tell somebody not to.
right.
But you can only take like X amount of students anyways.
I only
right?
want kids that are good.
So you can cherry pick them. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good position to be in.
Yeah. So I'm going to be really picky.
That's good.
Good.
I mean,
It's better that way.
Well,
Yeah.
Good luck with all that.
I
mean,
know.
that'd
I'm
be
excited
amazing.
for
I'll let you
Yeah.
know. And if I have questions, I'm
You can ask me.
You
Yeah.
can always ask.
Yeah.
I got a lot to say.
Yeah. The truth like is better because
Yeah.
I want to
Well, you want it to be successful.
I want it to be successful, but also I know there's gonna be dance drama. I mean, there already is.
But
let's
there's
be
already-
honest.
That's
that's
also-
everything with
Yeah.
everyone,
There's a way
everywhere.
to handle it. Like I
Yeah.
feel like towards the end there, we had a pretty perfect situation.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally didn't want to do it anymore. So,
Yeah,
um,
and I've had to grow a lot from working at multiple studios too. I think I've grown up a lot because there's ways that I could have handled the situation that's happening right now with the studio that I'm leaving to start my own. I could have handled it the old Tiny B way, which was like claws out, let's do this. But instead, I know I'm grown because I'm like, I understand. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I would be upset too.
mhm.
But it changes.
I just have my own dreams. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like I'm
Right.
older. So,
Right.
As you get older, though, I feel like you get more calm. I mean, I like some of the stuff that
Yeah.
you used to be like,
Yeah.
crazy. You're like,
Yeah.
well, I know even when we shot that reality show, they wanted me to be the crazy Latina. And I was like, okay.
oh, for our studio.
Yeah. I was like, let's do it.
That was a moment in time when
I don't think
we had producers come from California and they came with like $100,000 cameras and everything, and it was a done deal. Like we were gonna get our own reality show, and Alex was part
the
of it,
studio.
Yeah.
and we filmed the
Sizzler.
the
Oh
Sizzler
my
and
god, that
all
would have
that.
been great.
It was like literally the season episode 1 that we filmed back then, and it was all go ahead. The
Like everything.
one
right?
of the producers was going to be the Steve Harvey's. She is big time. She did
Howard Stern.
yeah,
Wow.
no, Steve Harvey.
Yeah, I know, but I thought she produced like Howard Stern shows.
No, she does Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, I
she
was
does
thinking
Kelly
of-
Clarkson show now, and she did a hair salon show that was
Ah,
super
that's what I was-
Oh, yeah, I
successful.
remember that.
And then they had an inner like
Contract
producer
issue.
contract issue with their team, and she put a hold on it, and so it never happened.
That's why you
Yeah.
don't talk about anything. and
we never
didn't
did.
say a word
We
because
didn't
I
say
know how
anything.
that goes.
It's
And it would be
true.
like, we're filming,
We
and then
were filming.
and nothing happened.
It was fun though.
It was
It
fun.
was really fun.
was
And
fun.
actually, Scott, one of the producers that found us,
I'm still friends with him on Facebook.
we are friends with him, and he wants to come on the show. And I actually have asked him before if we can have the footage because nothing's gotten. I mean,
Oh my-
nothing
I was such a
happened.
baby.
Nothing will
I'd
happen
love
from
to
it.
see that.
But We just want it for ourselves just
Yeah.
because we
Funny.
did a lot of work for it. So
I remember one scene was like, I mean, because it's reality, but it's also like,
it's
set up.
scripted a little
It's
bit.
something that happens, but I
Scripted
remember they wanted
reality.
me to go to the office because a parent complained that I was teaching the kids how to twerk.
I think I remember that.
And I was like, no. I had to break down the history of like the style and came from Atlanta. And I just remember all
It's
this
in the
stuff.
Olympics now.
but it was fun, you know.
Is it really? I was like, what?
but breakdancing is
Breakdancing is now in the
breakdancing
Olympics.
is now in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So
Way.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe next 4 years or
We'll have
10 years.
twerking.
or-
How would you judge that? Like, what would be the score, like, scale?
I don't know.
even
Do you
know.
side clap?
I don't even know how to do any of that.
Is there
I
clapping
do it like
involved?
a split.
Hey.
I can't even do a split.
If I'm like, my legs are out and I lean forward, I can make them go and like go like that.
That's
Talent.
funny.
It's talent.
I can't. I'm amazed at your TikToks because I can't do it.
You can do it.
Just stretch you.
I
Oh
can't
my
split.
goodness.
I'm
All right.
still not a TikToker.
Oh,
Still haven't downloaded it.
it's so awesome.
I'm
You
against
learn
it.
so much.
Bill Gates owns it now,
Yeah.
so
He does.
yes.
He's single.
He's
Are you
single?
single?
Are you looking? Well, we'll talk about your dating life.
Love story comes next.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to party with Miss Polly.
It's time to party with Miss Polly.
He's single.
Miss Polly,
wow.
what
Yes.
do you have for us?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, it has to do with anal sex.
We love talking about that on this show.
I know we do. So the question
Alex
is,
is going to choke.
I know. Sorry.
Okay. You can go ahead. She swallowed.
Scares me.
You swallowed? Okay. You good? No. Okay. So the question is, can anal sex give me hemorrhoids?
Yes, right? Is that the answer?
My guess would
No.
be
No.
No, really?
No.
No.
I would think it
Actually,
could.
not
no?
I thought
not
so
as
too.
long as you're relaxed and enjoying it.
Oh,
Of
well.
course.
so it can.
So it
He's going to be relaxed, though.
But actually, they also say there's no risk of anal sex causing cancer. Is actually true fact. Some sex researchers believe tush play may actually prevent hemorrhoids. It improves the strength and flexibility of the skin and muscles, so the anus is better able to respond to pressure rather than the bulging and producing hemorrhoids.
I feel like a lot of guys would use that to their advantage.
No, absolutely.
yes
This
or
is
a
totally
no?
going in my memory bank right now to be used later.
The doctor said.
Just remember,
He's writing it down.
remember, lube.
Lube.
Yeah. Hey, we're all lube friendly in this room.
Yeah, Bernie's not here anymore.
Yay!
Was he not lube friendly?
No, it was a fight, like a literal fight between
Miss Polly?
Miss Polly
Miss
and
Polly,
Bernie.
why don't you get everyone on the tell them what you used to go on with you and Bernie with all that?
Oh, real quick. Okay, so Bernie thought that if he would just go downtown, and he was such an amazing lover that he never needed lubricant because they were always gushing wet.
No, but he also said that just spit would work, and that was her
That's
biggest
So
argument.
that does not include. That doesn't count for lubrication.
No.
Oh, just look at this face.
Water evaporates.
Look at that face.
See, Cruz might be on Bernie's side.
I mean, I'm down for lubrication, but it's just not always like
There.
available.
Right,
So,
but you're not
you
against
know,
it.
I'm not against it.
No.
Definitely.
And I think
Well,
you
Bernie
def-
always
But I
said
do
he
feel-
didn't need it ever.
yeah.
I don't think you need it. I think sometimes you might, but I don't think you necessarily need it. I think
There
sometimes.
are usually always around going to be women who are actually just do not produce moisture. So at some point, you are always going to need it. And especially if they've had kids, it's even harder.
Or you could get the O shot that apparently Dr. Curtis Crane told us.
Wait, you still haven't got it?
No, I didn't go do it. I got invited.
I'm disappointed in you.
So we had a doctor on here. He owns a Crane, right?
Yeah.
Well, I forgot what it's called.
Crane Center.
It's in Austin, and you could probably get the O shot anywhere.
Yeah,
but
you can. I
get,
saw a big billboard for it.
yeah,
now.
you can get an O shot and men can get it too, but it helps improve like
That's his
moist
P shot.
the P shot, the O shot and the P shot. And it improves like your sexual arousal. It makes you more wet down there. It like helps everything. You can get it once a year, and it's like they say it's amazing. You have the best orgasm
I
ever.
wonder what's in it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
there was
Horny
a
goat
But I don't feel like that always
there was a time
helps
when
with.
there was this one girl
I don't
that
know.
got it, and she was gonna come down here.
And hook up with
was
Bernie.
gonna
Oh yeah,
take her out.
That
That
didn't
never
happen.
happened.
COVID happened.
COVID.
So we have to
After
revisit this stuff.
Well, but you probably need lube for anal, basically. If you want
For
to go
anal,
back.
yeah.
Mm.
I concur.
I mean, if you're going to do any tush play and you don't use lube, I will slap you upside the head.
Well, there we go.
Just saying.
All right. On that note, we're going to question of the day.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
Do you drop off ex's stuff to send a fuck you message or throw it out?
Throw it out.
Throw it
Well,
out.
I guess it depends on how it ended.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I'm taking.
Or it just depends on what their stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
taking
I
it
take it back.
because it makes them like, oh, like, because then they have to kind of see you, or if they don't see you. I actually this happened like 3 months ago.
Got that new haircut, looking all fly, all done.
Yeah,
I've dropped it
I
off.
would go dressed to the
Drop it off.
nines
Mm-hmm.
if I did
have
that.
dropped it off
Yeah,
Where
I've
you
dropped it
going?
off.
Nowhere.
by
Yeah.
myself, but I didn't go
On a
I
date.
just dropped it all off.
Oh, that you didn't see them.
I saw him.
And then what?
Well, because he was. I mean, it's weird because he's my boyfriend now.
Oh,
Yeah, but we were fighting him. Yeah, and so
because she took it back. That they're back
yeah.
together.
No, he was waiting in the truck because he was being an ass at the time, and I took it, and so he was sitting in the truck. So he saw me. I don't know what he was doing in the truck, but he saw me, and then it was like,
Oh, see?
See?
So maybe if you still want to be back together,
Yeah.
you could take it back. I don't think I've done either one. I don't know if anyone's ever had stuff in my place.
Yeah, that's what I was
I don't
thinking.
think so either.
Like,
Why
not
is
enough.
that here? Don't leave that here. You don't.
Exactly.
Isn't that terrible? Like, yeah, I don't know.
It's like, why is there an extra toothbrush? Is that yours?
Enough stuff.
You need to take that.
But I'm that person though too, where I'm like, you left a sock.
You left a sock
I have
out.
to take it to you.
It's like the girl leaves her bobby pin on purpose.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah.
I've
Left
Okay.
stuff on purpose?
I've actually bought like cheap fashion rings before that I didn't care about. That
To
were
leave?
to leave at places just to see if they were there when I came back.
Shut up.
Sneak.
Ah.
I did. I've done that. I've actually done it a year ago. I went,
my God.
and when I went back to his apartment, my ring was still on the dresser in the exact same position. So
I clean shit up. I'm like very like ADD.
Yeah.
see, but that would ruin your chances.
Oh.
No, but you'd be like, where are my rings? I'm like, they're in the drawer.
Oh, yeah.
But then my crazy ass would be like, why are they in the drawer? Why are you
That's where they
hiding?
belong. They don't belong on the
Why
top.
are you hiding the ring?
There's a place for everything.
Everything must be in its place.
Why are you hiding
Very well.
You're supposed to leave those out.
Yeah, but I have done that before on purpose. On purpose.
Wow. I don't think I've ever left anything on purpose.
You should try.
See what happens.
Just to see.
And that's why you're single.
Probably. I don't care enough.
I didn't know if you were or not.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Not for long.
Not for long.
I didn't say that.
We'll see. Taking
We'll
it
see.
slow. Anybody else? You've taken stuff?
Yeah.
Spider?
Spider.
Oh yeah, I don't want you having stuff in my house to begin with.
Yeah. Don't do that. Cruise?
Oh, I can't think about it. I can't even think about something that's. I don't really have any exes, so.
Yeah, I
Oh, Miss Polly, did you already say?
I don't know. I mean, I've never had any. I guess all my exes live in Texas.
I
I
was
knew
just
that.
thinking
I
that.
was just about to think that.
But no, I just kind of like, just take your shit and go. Or I've taken my shit and go.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I did the last time. I just took my shit and I went.
I mean, and the only crazy one I had was like a long time ago when me and you like ran to their house and we packed up all my shit as fast as we could and like got it all out. And whatever I left there was like staying because I was like, I gotta go fast.
Pretty much.
That was-
Like whatever's there is okay. Bye.
Yeah.
And I think that, no, I lived with someone else one more time, but I never have again.
No.
It was the best decision ever.
You know, now that I think about it, I haven't like had anybody's, but I have had an ex be like, "Come pick up your shit."
Oh, and did you go get it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's my shit.
my shit.
Clothes over there.
It's my shit. Let's go get my shit.
Oh my
I
god.
don't want somebody else with my caca.
On that note, everyone, thank you for
and
listening.
that shower curtain was mine.
You start arguing. I bought that.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok,
YouTube.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, and subscribe and like and leave us a
Yes.
message,
Yay.
comment, or review.